Hello, welcome to the 9th episode, I'm pretty sure, of Dormers and Deans.
Again.
Today, in honor of playing in the Feywild, where a single whiff of the intoxicating air or contact with a strange mushroom can change your whole perception of life, we are all a little bit stoned. Go ahead. Last we left off, Niraza had suddenly discovered momentous news that the professor that is accompanying you and ensuring the safety of the students here on this Feywild expedition.
We can't do.
Alright, let's get a playlist that doesn't have voices.
I wasn't even thinking of the voice angle. I was like, oh, someone's flashing back to high school, aren't they?
Makes me, definitely think of like late 90s metal.
Late 90s. I'm listening to this and imagining I'm a vampire playlist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
So what did it look for?
That was a very late 90s thing anyway. Like, all the edgy kids
Curse
wanted to be
of
vampires.
Yeah, all the girls definitely wanted to be vampires for sure.
Curse of Strahd.
I mean,
playlist.
to be honest, I have not grown out of the vampire phase. One of my favorite authors is Anne Rice. She's famous for the Vampire Chronicles.
Oh.
I love that shit.
We are back with some better music. So, immediately let us jump in. Leraza. You're in a classroom with Antonio. You just figured this out. Antonio's eyes go wide. There's a chill runs down your spine. This is after all the classroom that is half open air because the walls just aren't existing in that, like when they're away from you. So you do get gusts of winds, but you're not sure that's what's tickling your spine right now. What do you do? Antonio? Silent.
How did we not notice this earlier?
He's a teacher at a magic school. He has magic on top of, well,
Being a vampire?
they have excellent hearing. I would recommend telling your comrades out of camp.
Yeah.
Out of camp.
When am I ever out of camp?
You know what?
Out of camp?
I can get the familiar to see if I can get their attention to
Yeah,
me
you're
up.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. You send. Have you decided on a name for your familiar?
A name?
The familiar, based on, like, it's the same one you've had since that first day, where the mood was stuck, and he has actually not stopped being sassy when the effect went off. So we can call the bird Sassy.
Sassy. Sure. It's funny.
Okay. How is Sassy going to get their attention?
We should call the bird Felicia. So we can say bye, Felicia.
With your telepathic link, you hear Sassy saying, you want me to do something about this, boss?
An AI-powered map-making application
Oh my gosh.
that allows you to make amazing.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure out something.
Oh yeah, because if it's not a one video playlist,
Yeah.
it's gonna have an ad between every single thing.
No. Should we look for something else?
Could you just loop this first track?
Yes. Excellent. just loop it. I hope that works.
I'll look this video.
So Sassy says, I'm getting weird stuff from your telepathic link, like you're really, really scared. I don't want to know about it. Just tell me what I can. Just tell me what I gotta tell the others.
To meet me in. Where are we?
Huh?
Which building are we in?
I think you're in the conjuration classroom,
And then
if I
this-
remember correctly, because that's where Antonio was giving his class the first time.
Is that the farthest building from camp?
Huh?
Is that the farthest building from camp?
You have the map. You tell me.
Where is it? And you said camp is right in the courtyard?
Yeah. So everybody's gonna be here, right, in the center, and conjuration is right here. So it's pretty far away, right? There's no direct line of sight between the camp and where. Oh, actually, hold on. No, the camp is right next to the cliff. So let's see. We're just gonna say the cliff is right here. The camp is right here. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So and you're over all the way on the other side of the map.
Okay, yeah. So I tell him to meet me where the school of conjuration is.
So do you agree to? Do you just communicate, just get their attention and get them to come over?
Just tell him that it's something important.
So, Liraza, what would you be doing in this late afternoon? Sorry, Xerxes, what would you be doing during this late afternoon when the Sassy just drops in front of you?
I kind of thought we had like some sort of concurrent thing going on with all three of us just before then.
Yeah. What would you be doing right after the? What would you be doing? Oh, sorry. So, could you say what you just said again?
He said he thought we were doing something together.
Yes.
Last thing that happened was that you decided not to approach Prost about the students because you found out that the students were doing something at a teacher's bequest, and they wouldn't tell you what, and you decided not to approach Prost.
Yeah.
Because you had walked up to the students and asked them why they had looked so tired.
Yeah, everybody sort of like splits up and does their own thing.
Yeah, what I mean is like, I figured all of this was like happening simultaneously, so we would just be doing
exactly,
whatever we had finished doing right then. That's what I was trying to say.
So you're getting up from the bench near the fire where Felix and I want to say Zamachi were. You start to walk away when Sassy just drops in front of you, raises their wings and says, and then you see it sort of gestures with a single wing the direction it just came from.
Okay. I'm going to go the direction the bird gestures.
Okay. Sassy flaps her wings, goes over to where you are. Ross, what are you doing in that moment?
I was creating costumes and sets for the play.
Can Sassy just like grab her by the cloak and just like trying to fly away?
It doesn't want to risk someone batting it out of the air. It has 1 HP.
Oh, true.
It has 1 HP.
That sucks.
Okay, so it lands in front of you. You've seen it before. it just goes.
Oh my god. What do you want? You want me to go that way? Is Damien or is Loraza in trouble? Kinda. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go.
In that moment, before you're able to get out of the camp, Garrett, the half giant, comes over and says, "Hey, Loraza says you have to go." No, his name is Prost. Professor Prost wants to talk to you right now, and the other two non-humans. And then he moves on. Carrie, you're halfway down the hill when from the camp you hear, Sir, you can't go out. Professor Prost wants to talk to all of you right now. Says it's important."
I'm gonna tell this Garrett kid that I just got a message that my teammate is in trouble, so he's gonna have to wait, and I'll be there with the team as soon as we're all together.
Okay, I'll tell him, but he's not gonna be happy.
That's
And
fine.
Garrett heads off.
So we keep going to find Damien.
Okay.
Loraza.
Yeah, because you've been transported to the One
Sorry,
Piece.
sorry.
Yeah,
Why does
yeah,
it
because
automatically play?
You're all now in the same spot. Sassy is has landed near where all of you.
We're still under the effect of our.
Huh?
We're still under the effects, right?
Of what?
Of that day?
No, that was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. I don't remember what the effects of that day were.
Oh, wait. It happened again. That's what.
Yeah, we're on day 5 and we are
Oh.
under the emotional effects.
Okay. So you, I wrote creative, satisfied, and
Giddy. You're supposed to be giddy.
So you're giddy.
Oh god,
now.
I'm giddy about this.
You're only like you don't.
Oh my
You don't feel the terror. You feel like, I guess, giddiness because you figured it out. You figured out a big mystery. You were
Some nervous laughter, maybe.
you could almost feel like it's close to relief because the dragon is less likely to want to kill you now. that you're-
Yes.
So you feel, less
I feel
threatened.
giddy,
You feel
like,
giddy.
yeah.
Exactly.
We may not have to die.
You're feeling creative today. So like you're like coming up with a tune on your way to follow Sassy, or something like that.
Okay, and I want it to be like a Gregorian chant because I'm like rot and mysterious.
Okay. Hell yes. And Carrie, you're feeling satisfied. How does the satisfied manifest?
I mean, I guess I'm kind of like proud of myself that I figured out something's going on with the students.
Nice. Cool.
I think my thing trumps yours.
I mean, I haven't got there yet, but
You all get into the classroom. Sassy starts to look at the two of you and says, "Coca," and you see that it gestures towards your bag, your equipment bag.
Wants a good berry. I'll give it a good berry.
You see that it munches down on the good berry and seems and then like coughs on some of the seeds out and says "Good, caca," and just claps.
You don't like it?
Okay. What your characters say to each other?
You guys, the vibrations of this place totally remind me of the shrooms from the Underdark where I grew up. It's just like totally making me feel so centered with myself.
We have
Okay.
some terrible news.
We may not have to die.
What do you mean? I didn't plan to die today.
Chris will probably be less likely to kill us now.
Wait, why?
Oh well.
Prost was gonna kill us?
Oh well, it's just another
Chris,
dangerous thing in my life. That's okay, I can deal with it.
Oh, Antonio, what's going on, man? You can
Well,
feel open
so-
to talk to us about this.
I asked Antonio about the situation with the kids,
Yes.
and he suggested, or he said, if we might have a vampire on our midst, and I realized it might be Prost.
Oh, that actually makes so much sense now.
Wow, guys, this is such a great opportunity to improve the relations between human magicians and non-human magicians. We really have an opportunity here to make a difference.
I certainly hope it will go that well. Although I think it is concerning that he's feeding off of the students.
Yes.
He's feeding off the students?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, why do you think they've been
Pale, red, bloodshot eyes, lethargic.
I guess I've just been so caught up in the swaying colors of the trees that I just hadn't noticed.
What should you smoke?
Oh my gosh!
And the only reason he hasn't fed on me or the satyrs yet is because we are. It's a small solace, but it's because we are under the purview of Hastu, and he doesn't want to get his hands on fairy food.
Interesting.
I guess there's a silver lining in every gigantic gray, dark, rainy cloud.
Okay. What was he feeling in the morning?
Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed today? And
Okay.
I
Anywho.
have to teach satyrs to.
Behave.
Do you know what's humiliating? Hastu, the way that we discussed the terms of me paying my debt and staying here. It's a 10-year contract. It's
You're halfway there. Oh no!
Wait,
1 year.
a 10-year or a tenure?
it's a I own him something. I have to teach something for him, but I'm seriously in debt to him in what he calls clamor points. It's
Glamour
money.
points?
Yes, and I get glamour points by teaching the students successfully. It's a made up. Weird, depressing contract where I'm never going to successfully teach those satyrs and get out of here unless if I get some better students.
So it's a term of your contract that if you teach
Or
the
if they behave.
satyrs, what you
What?
mean?
Huh?
What?
If the satyrs would behave,
If the satyrs will behave.
I could actually teach them something and then give them an exam that they wouldn't.
I have an idea. You could threaten them.
I've tried, but I've failed to follow through when they call my bluff, and now I hold little intimidation to them.
I mean, maybe you should try using the carrot instead of the stick.
Yes, but but the carrot, you see, I'm the straight-faced man who's getting pranked, and they're serving their sentence if they make Hastu laugh. Before you came around, I was the only one here, with, other than the sailors. I hope.
Anywho.
I
Not to be rude, but we have to find something to avoid to
Oh yes,
deal
don't
with.
worry about me. Have a good day. And he walks out the classroom.
Man,
What?
he was struck by so much sadness. I really want to paint him later.
I forgot what to do with Prost. I'm sure.
Should we approach him?
I mean, I think the interesting thing we have here in this situation is we basically have we basically have Frost for sure, and quite possibly Hastu as well, depending on how things play out, in a catch-22 situation.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Well, okay.
What's a catch-22? I'm not familiar with that. Sorry.
So, basically what it means is Prost is very likely in a situation where no matter what he does, he loses. Which is why he was so upset. Because in being a vampire, he can't enter into anywhere
Without being welcome, right? So if we get like kicked out of Hastu's region, then he can't go to the other place because it was explicitly said that we're not welcome there. Okay, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm caught up. And how about Hastu? How is Hastu caught in a catch-22?
Well, the thing is if a vampire feeds on you, the vampire gains power over you. So Hastu would also have to avoid being in a situation where he would be able to be fed on.
Oh. So if Hastu finds out that Frost is a vampire, there's real danger.
I mean, considering Hastu is an archfey, there's actually a decent possibility he could have sensed that Frost was a vampire.
And he already knows.
Yes.
And doesn't care. Are vampires common in the Feywild?
I don't think so.
Religion check.
Everybody?
Yes,
Everyone who wants to know.
20!
Nice.
Nice. 15.
Vampires are not. They're definitely creatures of the plane of shadows. It's the Feywild, and it's the plane that's on the opposite side of the Feywild. In the like, as far as Shadowfell, as far as reflections of that goes. Dark, gloomy, full of undead. This is where vampires usually come from. They're a sort of reflection of nobility in the same way that the Archfey are a reflection of nobility.
Oh, vampires are noble?
Kind of.
Kind of.
In a sense.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, so there'd be a really good chance they could. It's like there's a really good chance as an archfey that Hastu is probably already aware.
I wonder if we could somehow finagle some sort of like
We can't do much.
political alliance between the Archfey and the nobility of Shadowfell. That's what you said.
I mean, I doubt he's connected. I doubt he's actually part of the Shadowfell nobility.
Didn't Prost say he was in a
that's
war?
more for their origins, right? That's more where they come from. But they spread to the material world a lot.
I think about it. Prost did say he was in a war or something.
You didn't mention which war, and seeing as he's a vampire, that definitely opens up the possibilities as to how long ago that could have been.
Are there any well-known vampire wars?
Not an. Make a religion check.
Religion.
Or history. History definitely plays a part.
Well, I rolled a 19. So.
Okay. It's heard of. It's definitely heard of. Armies controlled by vampires doing stuff. Nothing on the Sword Coast, and nothing recent. It's tales of old wars in regions where you get so much word of mouth from that it's really hard to believe anything that is being said about those regions with 100% certainty. So nothing anywhere close to
I mean, it wouldn't have had to specifically be like a vampire conflict.
Can we pause it?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll make the game hard?
It will make the game hard.
Yeah, but that's okay. But everybody needs protein. Even Chico. Hello, Chico. All right. So, as you are discussing what to do next, you hear a voice coming from the direction of the camp, but closer than the camp. Hey, Mr. Pross says if you're not in a fight or dying or something, you gotta come back to camp. It's important.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys to try to get me to go to his office, but
What if he knows I found out and was trying to silence you before he got to me?
how could he know?
Vampire.
He's a vampire.
Antonio said the vampires have excellent hearing.
The camp is very far, but those creatures are legendary. Little is known about their true abilities or limitations, because they make good care of hiding which superstitions are actually the way to kill them. I've never heard of a vampire walking in daylight like Frost.
He seemed to have a second skin covering his pale skin.
Must be a magical object.
Must be.
It's terrifying at the prospect that vampires could be. Oh, I don't know if I want to return to the material world now. Oh well, every place is dangerous. It's just the way the gods designed this world.
I thought Antonio left.
Huh?
I thought Antonio left.
I'm back.
I
I thought that your conversation could distract me from my life.
We'll be glad to have any input you have on the situation.
Good, because what you're getting is any input.
I think our best option is probably to just go see what Frost has to say and try and act like we don't know what's going on, since we don't have a game plan.
All right. Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't bring my inputs to the camp that has a vampire in it. We strongly suspect.
That's respectable. I understand.
You seem giddy today. You seem very satisfied with yourself.
Shouldn't I be the one that's just giddy?
Do you have a good idea?
What is your idea, Thesaurus? You seem satisfied.
Well, we'll just have to bring him along if he can't seem
Just-
to.
I guess we'll drag him along.
We'll tell Frosty got hit by a lacking spell.
Okay. If someone would please remind me which one it is. I know Garen has asked 2 people if they're humans out of the 3 of you. It was Rot and you.
No,
Okay.
it was. I think it was.
I was.
Cazares.
It was me.
Okay, cool. So as you meet him at the halfway point to the camp and he starts stretching with you, you see that he puts his hand on your shoulder. He doesn't have to raise his hand very far because his hand is like pretty near your shoulder, and he says, "Hey, are you a human?"
So then you tell me.
I don't have dispel magic. I can't dispel disguises.
Then I guess I won't tell you.
Come on, you gotta tell me.
I don't have to tell you anything.
You're a guard. It's in your file. I can just go and ask to read about what race you are in your file.
Go ahead.
I will.
Good luck.
That's what a non-human would say. You reach the camp. You arrive in front of you arrive in front of the holes in the ground. A little bit of rain has come up, so the tent flaps are put above the holes to avoid water running into the actual places where people sleep. You notice today people's emotions are stuck. Everyone that you can see has woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
Oh.
There's been something going on in the camp that hasn't affected the 3 of you yet because you're all feeling creative, giddy, and satisfied.
Interesting.
There's a cold wind that blows through it. As you're getting near to the central tent, the central hole in the ground, you notice it. The vegetation, as you get closer and closer to the tent, is darker and darker until it is stamped mud.
And this in the middle, and process tent is in the middle?
Yeah.
What happened here?
You arrive in front of it, and a cold wind blows the tent flaps open, revealing there is no light coming from the inside.
That's a powerful enchantment.
Oh boy.
And we're supposed to go in this dark, creepy tent?
This seems fun.
After you, Raza.
Nah, I'm good. Cazares!
Oh, you hear, you see something move inside of the tent, and immediately the wind sort of stops blowing, and you see between the 2 slits a light come on as candles are being lit. Come on in!
Oh boy.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You now stand in front of Frost. He's got a little foldable wood camping table over the top of where his hole in the ground is, and you see that he's made a list, a few lists of things, and he's looking at what appear to be battle plans. Though you can't think of a good situation where a battle would happen right now.
Gonna be.
Frost, what do you think you're going to do against 2 Archfey?
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you
Nothing
squeeze
much.
that bit hard?
I didn't even squeeze hard at all.
My dog did that when his teeth were starting to hurt.
Ooh.
Just touching around certain parts of the face could cause a lot of pain.
Or maybe he was trying to get an attention.
Yes, that's also possible.
So,
Sorry.
sorry, what do I think? What were you saying?
What do you think you're gonna do with those battle plans with two armies?
2 archers.
Against two armies?
Archfey.
Archfey.
It's important to plan for every possibility. There's a number of things that could happen, like a fire that could tear down the walls and the buildings. We need to be prepared for that eventuality.
Yes, but aren't we? If we're guests of the Archfey, when we consider his?
Yes. Does that mean he'll be able to protect us against intruders?
If it means protecting his lands, he most likely protect us.
We're not his property. Don't start thinking of yourself like that.
Ross, why do you seem so
agitated,
certain that we are going to be attacked by someone?
There's an army out there, and the only things between them and us is a wall of vines.
Created by an archfey.
And yeah, let's.
Who's not here all the time. Listen, I need you to be on double duty of watching the camp limits. Stop focusing on the play. I'm going to be teaching drills to the students. Fire drills, evacuation drills.
Evacuation drills to where?
Yeah.
We can't leave here, or we'll be attacked.
To different buildings. We have different spells that might be able to bring safety to us. That sort of thing.
I think that
their safety or your safety?
Our safety. What are you implying?
Because it seems you're more worried about yourself than any of the students or us.
Well, let me dispel that that impression. I care about everyone coming home from this school trip, alive, well, and safe, and that's why I'm planning to keep us safe.
I feel like, are you going to be doing lessons as well as these drills, or are these drills going to take place of the lessons?
It will, both will be done, but I am adjusting my teaching schedule, if that's what you're asking.
Are you still going to be able to, like, accomplish the
Yes.
goals of the Feywild trip while we're here? Like, the purpose of this trip was to educate the students.
Don't you see the danger we're in?
I mean, I understand
We
the
hadn't
danger,
anticipated one archfey owning this territory and every single bit of food that we might have been able to hunt on it. I didn't account for 2 archfey.
Well, so
Who scouted this beforehand?
I did.
you didn't notice the archfey last time?
He lives underground. He hides his power. He has power. The army has powerful illusions around it. It might not even have been there back when I was scouting. This seems like, for all intents and purposes, if there had ever been a school in this place, that it had been sundered long ago and that the place was no longer a reflection of what it is on the other side. I didn't think there would actually be somebody teaching classes in the ruins, or a whole army, or an archfey. They're not that common. His presence here has to be a reflection of something in the real world, but that's not what we're focusing on right now.
I think that if we're this concerned about the safety of the students, we should try to return the students to Candlekeep. And in order to do that, we need to talk to Hastu and get his permission to portal them out of here.
All right.
So,
That's what you're working on with the play, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
so I don't think that taking us off of the duty of the play is a good idea.
Our best chance of getting home safe is to play it safe.
But I think that if we needed to in an emergency situation, we could come up with a different idea.
Listen.
Something.
Listen.
Actually,
I've-
I think I disagree with your assessment that whatever would have attracted an archfey in the real world wouldn't also be relevant to what's going on here, because the thing is I think it would be a good idea to if we're going to have to deal with Hostu, understand why he's here.
Who he's a reflection of, or what's
What his presence represents.
beats me. An incredibly dangerous monster that lives beneath our feet. Gee, that rings at least one bell.
Oh, yes.
We live on the top of the catacombs of one of the most murderous liches to have ever existed, and right now there's a side cavern where a dragon lives. Maybe we can glean a little bit of the machinations of this villain by understanding the people on the other side, but that's not important right now. The students aren't prepared for emergencies. All right.
Why are
you can keep preparing the play and doing your things on a shorter time scale, but right now I'm going to start the drill. I need you to go and watch around the camp.
Frost, I do not think you're well right now. You are not focused at all.
And there's something going on with the students. I don't think any of them are in any kind of state to be doing emergency drills right now.
Especially today. It's the mood effect again.
Everybody seems to have woken up in the wrong side of bed today.
We could all be getting attacked within the next 10 minutes. We need to start preparing to be ready. I outrank all of you.
You were worried this morning, weren't you?
I have more experience when it comes to ensuring the safety of people that are under my command as an ex-general. You're dismissed.
All right.
Very well.
Yeah. Prost definitely.
He's worried about something.
Yeah.
What could be the likelihood that Frost is using this trip as a way to secretly train a student army to do his vampire will? No.
You're saying that as you're walking throughout the camp and you see a couple of students look towards you as you're saying this, just out loud. You see that there's a couple that immediately turn back to what they were doing, pretending they didn't just hear that.
Who are the students?
I don't think that would be a good thing to add to the play.
To add to the play? I mean, we could do some pretty good comedy with the vampire character.
The students are being called by Prost to decide the camp for a drill.
It's just, and I'm thinking we could fit it. So I guess we're heading back out of camp, so we can actually have a better chance of talking freely and not being overheard by anybody.
Okay. Yeah, you're away from mostly everyone, but you are keeping a lookout on a wider area. But you have you have someone who can cast message thanks to one of your objects, right? So
yeah, I have the ring.
You're able to communicate pretty efficiently during this time, even if you're from a distance to one another. What do you say?
Well, I
we need.
Yeah. So we definitely know Prost is in a bad spot here, and if we keep having things happen in the day which is going to affect our emotional and mental states, this could become a serious problem. Like whether or not he's a danger to the students now.
We also have the danger of the army out, the Hatsu, and
I'm not so quick to jump and assume that Hatsu is going to be an enemy to us just because Cross is so convinced of that. I understand we need to tread lightly with him.
Yes.
But I think he could end up being an ally, honestly, if we decided to try and talk to him and appease him.
Yes. And
sorry. But are we
Yeah,
back?
we're back.
Okay. So what were we saying? The Prost play vampire.
yeah. So honestly, I think working out a play and last time we were talking about a potential deal with Hostu, like what that would look like from our end, because
I feel like what can we offer Hostu in exchange for the safety of the students? Like, how could we express to him?
Now can we guarantee the safety?
Well, how could we express to him that we're concerned about the safety of the students due to the army? That was an unforeseen complication, and we want a permission to portal them back to Candlekeep.
You.
Oh!
What?
Actually, I can maybe potentially think of... I could potentially think of something that we could offer, because Hostu does seem to like entertainment.
Right.
So, what if we have one of our bards here? What do you like? Let's see. Probably need to roll an Arcana check for this. Would any of us know whether or not whether or not the Archfey are capable of observing things in the real world, or in the material plane?
Roll Arcana.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for my...
Can we all roll?
Or,
What happened to your dice?
I don't know.
You can use these if you want. There should be 20.
Yeah, there's a 20 in there.
How did they disappear?
Did I take it some... No, that's the one I was using. Alright, well, let's see. Arcana.
I know nothing.
you roll the 7.
A 1.
No, that's a 7.
That was a 1.
That was a 7.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. So, I got a 21.
That was a 9.
Okay. There are spells that allow people to do that. There's magical items that allow you to do that. There's rumors of Archfey, like luring people into the woods with like promises or luring people off of the path and into the Feywild, but nothing like so. Yes, it's theoretically possible.
Okay. Well, yeah, because one possibility I'm thinking is if we can construct an entertaining performance for Hastu, if the school could regularly, like,
Use
provide
this
that.
yearly trip
Well,
as a
well, not necessarily a yearly trip, but
a year in a material realm.
well, no. What I mean is like an annual or whatever performance of the play for the entertainment of Hastu, because Hastu seems to
That's
like
what it
entertainment.
means.
So
What about?
I would like for everyone to make a perception check.
Oh,
The sun is setting. The sun is set by the time of this conversation, and into the deeper hours of the night, you hear exercise happening behind you with the drill, and in front of you, where the satyrs are, deeper into the
6.
place.
I got
So
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one movement.
14.
There's only so you don't expect much movement around the camp. Haley, you said
I rolled a
14.
4?
14.
14, cool. So the two of you are able to notice. At first, it looks like just wind on the
Grass.
wind on the grass, but you do notice patterns, like something large is sort of undulating, and you realize that there is something that is moving through the grass, but it looks larger and made out of like hundreds of limbs. You can't see what it is, you can only see its effects on the grass. And as your eyes follow where the movement comes from, between some of the trees, you see a tall yellow figure, Hastu. His all four hands behind his back, moving around his domain through the trees. He looks in your general direction at a moment, and then starts to walk towards you slowly.
Well, that seems to have captured his interest.
Alright. Well, I'm
Okay.
terrified.
Oh, you know what?
As he comes closer, you see that one of the longer hands extends, and he starts to swirl it until a vine comes like rustling on the ground, pulling behind a horse on a small like bed of vines, who's like mostly naked but covering his more intimate parts.
Oh boy.
This is a sentient horse?
No, this is
This
the
horse.
satyr called Horse.
Oh, this is the satyr called
Yeah.
horse.
Don't worry. For most of what you're describing,
Yeah.
I was just picturing a horse.
No.
I was just like, wait,
No,
where is this
it's
going?
That satyr was like,
Am I the only one
what's
who knew
happening?
that he was talking about horse and not about an actual horse?
Yes.
And you see that like the vine sort of like pulls Horse into the larger hand of Hastu, who says, "You have your mask right here." You see that Horse is using the illusions mask that makes him look like Hastu as a way to sort of like cover his upper chest. And you see that you see a little bit of drawings on his body made with mud and other things in like that he's trying to just hide, and says, "Yes, my mask is here." And Hastu says, "Alright, thank you." and sends horse back down to the orgy that's always happening at this time of night.
Oh no, do I have the mask?
No.
I don't.
No,
He tried to trade you for a shitty counterfeit version of it, and you didn't trade, so you were doing it. I've heard you call my name, and now that you know that I am who I am and not the impersonator, I'm here. You wish to make a deal.
we are considering our options for one. Our goal is to get our party returned to the material plane safely, which would require the opening of a portal, which I know you are, which I know is touchy for you. So we wanted to think of something to provide you in return that you would consider a fitting price for such an allowance. As I am aware, the Archfey like to come out on top in such arrangements.
We were thinking that we could offer in exchange for the safety of the students, in exchange for your permission to return every year to teach the students in the Feywilds, that we could perform some sort of play or a talent show or something for you. Maybe prepare a feast. With drink and music. And
Lively. Plays.
What would you be getting in return?
We would be getting back.
we would get your permission to portal back to Candlekeep.
Do you wish to leave?
We're concerned about the safety of the students. We didn't know that there was going to be an army, and we feel unprepared to protect the students.
Let me assure you that while I am here, the students are safe.
Right, but you leave.
I do. I understand your concerns.
Yes. And they were also only intending to be here for a limited time anyways. So it is our intent to ensure you will allow them safe passage home after the allotment of that time.
Or before. If a need arises.
I think it's imperative that we return the students as quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible?
Since the
Safely.
army... As safely and quickly as possible. Since the army poses unforeseen dangers.
Though we
Why?
do want...
I understand what you're saying. And I appreciate you bringing those concerns to me. If you wish to leave, you have my permission to use portal magic for the rest of the evening.
Alright, I say we bring that...
I do not... I do like the incentive that you were talking about, although I would let you leave for freely. A returning visit from Candlekeep would be very agreeable to me. But what may I give in exchange for this entertainment?
I mean, honestly, I think the best arrangement is since you're both after fulfillment of the mind, for the purposes of these visits, what we would like is that the safety and education of the students and the faculty who would come to visit you.
Have him teach them?
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily going to be like, has to teach them, but
You would be invited to return.
yes, and it's it will continue to be an experience that will grow the education of the students.
So long as it is a visit that still follows the rules of my house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very well.
I think it would be.
Should we shake on it?
We shall shake to do all in our power to ensure that this works.
I think it would be a good idea to have a representative from the school return to finalize an agreement between
Alright.
us.
Your people can call my people, etc.
I think that
Yeah.
if you wish to engender a good face with Candlekeep, our headmaster and treasurer have a special liking for rare magical items.
Excellent information.
If you were thinking about giving a gift.
I appreciate the gift of this information. I grow wary. I must prepare for my departure.
You have a good
You may you may use portal travel until I return at 8 a.m. as usual.
All right.
He
So we are
shifts around almost like he's levitating off the ground, right? You'll see a lot of like scuffle of rows. He just pivots, starts to head down the hill.
well, let's go.
Let's go inform Prof
Yes,
about
it's like-
this and see what he says.
Okay. So Prost.
Oh,
Let's go.
you see that the students are sort of like exhausted after exercises. You see that a lot of them had basically been given crude versions of pole arms, of spears, and were practicing. But now a lot of them are like on the ground, just exhausted.
Yeah.
He said, "All right,
Frost,
well, we're
Frost.
not gonna get anything else out of you. Back to the camp, all of you."
Prost.
Yes.
So we were discussing the play, and Hastu came to us and says that we are free to use portal magic for the remainder of the evening while he is gone.
So we can take the students back to Candlekeep.
Excellent.
In return, he wants regular visits for his
In
entertainment.
return,
I was gonna say, why'd you tell them that we made a deal?
Mm-hmm.
he
As long as we abide to the rules,
Yes.
we may
If you
have-
don't want to come, it doesn't have to be you.
So we can return with the students at a later date to finish the trip, to finish
Have
the
you-
education.
He did not say that we need to return. He said that we are allowed to return.
Mm-hmm. And we asked for the safety and continued education of the students.
If we ever do return.
Yes. I mean, can you think of a better deal? Can you?
Yes, not making a deal with an archfey.
A guarantee.
Would you... What... Okay, what is worse? Making a deal and getting home tonight,
Let's
not making a deal and facing those consequences?
Let's start packing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he waves at you, but as waves you out of the tent. But as you exit the tent, you're gonna hear the sound of something shattering against the hard surface from the inside of that tent.
He's pissed. Anybody else will be appreciative.
I am concerned. I am concerned.
What are you rolling?
Oh wait, I don't have to roll when I cast, do I?
And you don't have to roll a what now?
I don't have to roll when I cast, do I?
No. Well, most unless if it's an attack spell.
No. I'm doing identify just to make sure that wasn't anything magical that he smashed.
You need to have line of sight on the identified objects.
Yeah. Can I open the tent flap and see what it is?
Sure. You turn around in the tent flap. As you open it, the lights are off, so you find yourself facing a wall of darkness, and you hear Prost's voice that repeats, "You are dismissed."
Anyway, I just poke his horse. That's really like, well, leave me alone. Bye.
If you want, you can roll with your spellcaster level to see if you have time to cast that spell before
The flaps close.
before the flaps close.
Spell attack bonus?
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Oh, no. No, did not do anything.
Yeah, you grab the components. You start saying the little magical words, like drink a small alchemy flask, but the spell doesn't you're not able to finish the spell with line of sight on anything that's in there. Cool.
Why did you want to know if it was magical?
He wanted to see if what had been shattered just now had been something magical.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my concern is
Why? Really?
Yes, really.
Yeah.
So, you hear one of the uniformed students, one of the seven that are very close to Prost, and who are the only ones who weren't exhausted by the earlier physical training. One of them enters the tent and then comes out with a sort of with a small horn, and is going to sort of get everyone's attention in the camp and say, everybody, start to pack all of your gear. We're evacuating. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. And immediately the camp erupts in scuttling and people grabbing things, and yeah, things get rearranged very quickly. In all of this chaos, what are your characters going to do?
I guess we are going to direct traffic.
Okay.
Try to make sure students aren't bumping into each other,
so you're
running into holes, any of that sort of stuff.
Cool.
I think
So in you don't focus on your own equipment and tent right now. You start to I imagine persuade the students to do what needs to get done. So roll persuasion for me.
Okay.
I'll pack up our stuff.
Okay.
Everybody say?
Yeah, I'll pack up everybody's stuff.
Make a sleight of hand check just to grab everything, put everything in the bags, tie up the rope back up, put away the tent stuff.
I'm not doing well on the persuasion.
What did you do?
5.
Okay. The students are like, there's a growing sense of fear, and people are like who are standing guard look around and see their friends like packing their own stuff, and they like basically starts to come and starts to pack their own stuff. That's what everyone is doing. You see the 7 students, instead of packing their own stuff, are start to dismantle Prost's larger tent.
Isn't Prost inside?
Yeah, Prost is inside. They're going in there and sort of like opening it up and taking it away.
Why do I have a feeling that somebody's gonna prevent us from doing?
So you failed your persuasion check.
I rolled an 18.
18.
Slide plus your sleight of hand?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. Okay. You grab everything. You've got all of the equipment that they don't have on themselves, and your equipment. Yeah. If you have Dandelion, then Dandelion is okay. Cool. What are you doing, Lamraza?
I don't know. I was thinking of using actually Sassy to kind of like
Okay.
to check the perimeter, make sure that everybody's okay and not getting hurt, and just checking the situation around the castle.
Make a perception check.
10 plus.
Okay. You have advantage thanks to Sassy.
Oh, okay. So roll again.
Yeah.
Please let it be bigger. 18.
Yes. Plus, what's your bonus?
Perception 19.
19. Okay. There's movement down there beneath Sassy. Sassy, when you reach out, says, "Sup, boss?"
Just can you see any movement, any shadow that moves or anything, or just keep an eye on?
Make sure the students are like
safe. Make sure that the students are safe.
The students are safe, but the satyrs are grabbing their clothes and coming towards the camp.
Anything else?
Antonio's still asleep in his cabin, and the army is chilling.
Okay. Satyrs are coming towards us?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
The satyrs are coming towards us?
Yes, boss.
Do they seem panicked or just...
I can't read satyr faces. I can read bird expressions.
That's fine. It's okay.
You listen. You can look through my eyes, and you can do, and you can use your dragonborn insight to tell if they are panicked or something. So you can make the insight roll yourself, but the bird doesn't have the insight skill.
Okay. 16
16
plus 19.
19. Hell yes. The satyrs are. They look panicked. Slightly. They look worried, but also very uncertain. They're running at a pretty steady pace, but not sprinting, right?
Okay, so they're probably just worried over the commotion that's happening in camp.
And they are trying to be stealthy, to approach the camp somewhat stealthy.
So they're curious as to what's happening.
Yeah. As things unfold, I'll give you more feedback as to what the satyrs are doing and stuff like this.
Okay.
Cool. The camp is getting folded. everybody is getting roused. Prost starts to say, "All right, we might need to leave behind everything that's not packed up."
But why are we hurrying too much? We got to 8 in the morning.
Let's just let him do his thing, man.
I'm not taking any chances here. All right, everybody come here. And so like it, because he also like, because we're relying on the cohesion for the camp, on the persuasion that you rolled. It takes a little bit of time for everyone to sort of like line up, and he starts to basically like make a head count, basically check that all of the students are here.
Okay, and
as one is prone to do.
We should be like guarding around to make sure that no one's running up to us.
The satyrs see what is happening, and some like 4 of them try to like be more stealthy in their approach, but Kite is going to say, "Hey, what are y'all doing? Are y'all leaving?"
Yeah. I'm going to approach, and I'm going to tell Kite that basically Hostu came to us, told us that we could leave.
Hell yes, can we come, please?
No.
What are the rules? Because
do they belong to?
They're
Do
not
they
allowed
technically
to
belong to Hostu?
Okay, can you wait until he's gone and then take us with you?
We don't want to risk the benevolence that he bestowed upon us.
What? You're gonna leave us behind?
Yeah, unfortunately we have to. I'm really sorry.
We can't take you from Hostu.
Will you come back for us?
That's part of the deal, actually.
We'll be coming if everything goes well.
Yeah.
We should be returning to.
Yeah, we will be. We will return again next year, and hopefully this
Next year, you're gonna leave us here for a whole year?
Well, a year in the real world.
Yeah.
1 year in the material world.
That's the word.
Mm-hmm. We have. There's no guarantee how long it will be for you.
It could be a day.
Great, thanks. I guess.
Yeah. Maybe Hostu has some say over that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not. You gotta tell. Listen. Okay, you see that like she reaches back, she grabs something and says, "I've got 3 diamonds in there. You can each have 1. This is all that we own. Please let us come with you."
We can't.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna take 3 diamonds for.
You see that, like, she looks at you for a moment and says, "You know what? That's pretty funny." She drops the bag with the 3 diamonds and heads away from you.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not.
Why's she upset?
Because she's stuck here. And we're not going to take her with us. Why is it funny, though?
She's being sarcastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, if she's being sarcastic?
Should we pick up the diamonds?
Well, the other satyrs are there, right?
Yeah, but the thing is,
So,
the satyrs
anyway,
are very
so-
creatures.
so-
She threw it at us, right?
Huh?
She threw it at us, or just on the ground?
She threw it on the ground at your feet.
We're not picking up the diamonds. Okay.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't keep them. Just like I just toss them back to the satyrs.
Nope, let's just not even touch them.
Not even touch. Not even. No, don't touch the diamonds.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
touch the diamonds.
Not even gonna touch them.
She doesn't seem to be in the best mood. This is like the last time to be.
And it might not be diamonds in the case, it might be food, and then we would be accepting fairy food.
Well, it would even just be accepting a gift. Yeah, that's the thing. Is you can't.
I thought we could take it if it was gifted.
If it was freely given, yes.
Oh,
She threw it on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
I've done that.
Everybody's getting inspiration for this. You can only have one, and I think 2 of you already had one because of the jokes. So you can write inspiration, but you would have gotten another one. Is that like I improvised this scene and didn't realize that she might be doing something duplicitous by like other than sort of guilt shaming you when like throwing the bag of diamonds, but y'all picked up on something that like that I hadn't actually thought about.
Yeah.
It would be taking a gift. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
Like-
thing is like I didn't know if that was your intention. This seemed a little off the
Yeah.
fly, off the cuff. So I was like,
Okay.
yes.
You can spend inspiration on any dice roll to get advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can,
At any point, at any moment.
Yeah.
So if you fail a dice throw, you can be like, I'm using inspiration and rethrow.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
and then you throw that one.
Yeah. No.
That was a bad inspiration.
Yeah. It's
Like,
You feel
no.
bad that I gave you
No,
the gift of
no.
inspiration.
No, not
for
that.
scene.
No, it'll be like you roll low numbers. Like, oh, I used my point.
Yeah.
You roll again. You roll an even lower number. Like, damn. Like, well,
Okay.
that wasn't very inspiring.
All right. You see that Waters has gone to wake Antonio up. The other 3 sailors, you're able to keep track of them. 2 of them are hidden, and Horse just sort of like looks around and is going to put on a mask, the mask that he has. But instead of transforming into Hastu, he transforms into you, Laraza.
oh
And you see
no.
that he stands at attention in the line with Prost and everybody else, and he's like looking around, sweating bullets. And you're a dragonborn, you don't sweat. You know he's doing it wrong.
It's like, you know what? I appreciate the what's the word?
Imitation, the flattery?
I appreciate the flattery, but
No.
no. So what should I do? You know what?
You have your familiar.
You see that the other 2 is sneaking behind the line of students. They're ready to. They're like. They're acting like this is more of a. I'm gonna like Assassin's Creed.
I'm just gonna
or
cast infestation on them really quick.
Okay, you see that infestation affects 1 person.
Okay,
So,
so
what's fire beetles, the tiny
Fire
fire
ants.
beetles, or fire ants? Okay, so you get you're gonna get, I think.
If just aim for the first one.
yeah, just aim for the first one.
you hit Noon, who is going to start yelling and drawing the attention of Prosts and the student, and then the last one, Light, gets up from her crap. Gets up from his crap, reaches forward and sort of like grabs Laraza, the fake Laraza, by the neck, puts a dagger and says, "Nobody move! Nobody move! I'm coming with all of your Laraza gets it!"
Can I use my hog to glide down safely?
Okay.
And just kind of like try to knock the mask off?
You want to try to like, oh, okay. Make you know what? Make a dexterity roll for with your familiar's dexterity.
What is my familiar's dexterity?
Just roll the dice. I think it's they either have a +1 or a +2.
2.
2. You start to peck, and you see that like the satyr like looks and says at the like hawk and says, "I will stab you. I will stab you. I've eaten hawks smaller than you.
Okay, then tell him to just fly away.
Okay. So, do you report what you've seen the
Yeah.
satyrs are doing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Antonio is now awake and sort of coming out of the conjuration classroom with Waters.
So where are we with the students getting gathered and like getting ready?
Well, we have the satyrs.
You're pretty close to the camp. You just have a few things happening around the hill around you with the satyrs.
Is there any way that we can like start having the students making their way through the portal to?
The portal.
The portal hasn't been cast yet.
Yeah, the portal hasn't been cast yet.
He processed first getting all the students together.
Right.
I mean, okay, so Laraza, do you want to take care of fake Laraza, or do you want me to take care of fake Laraza?
How are you gonna take care of them? Don't hurt them.
I mean, I'm just going to point out that it's not really him.
Oh, I can use druidcraft to like use wind to like
Yeah.
lift his mask, can't I?
Make a spellcasting ability, spell attack modifier.
Is that the 20?
Yes. And I believe yours is a +4.
8.
The armor class of a satyr is 14 leather armor. So you see that like he's able to put his elbow and basically stop the he's basically in a grapple with his hands like against the arm of the other satyr.
I mean,
but he does have his hands close enough to be able to catch where the mask is and hold it there.
I kind of want to go, so I want to do the who's who kind of thing.
Okay, go.
Yeah, you.
It's
jog up.
undiscovered country all over again.
You
It's
arrive
like,
at the.
that's not the real Arza. I am.
Of course, I saw you run away. That's Frost. Move them away from me. I'm about to cast the portal. And you see that he starts to raise his hands up in the air and draws a magic circle. You see that as he does so, as he's casting magic, small flashes of red go past whatever mask is on his face, and in the moonlight you're able to see the colors of a vampire's eye. The students are all in line.
Did students notice?
Yeah. The students noticed and moved away from the satyr who was holding someone hostage.
Who was this here again?
Huh?
It was Horse and who?
Light.
Light. It's like, Light, I suggest you back away as well.
You see that Light says, come on, please. We can't take it much longer
We
here.
can talk about this later.
When you're gone.
Yes.
Before, just you might. Guys, help.
What are you trying to?
Trying to get him back away from Prost.
Oh, Prost, help. Prost, you see, turns his head towards you and says, should I interrupt my spellcasting? Is that what you're asking me, or can you handle a couple of satyrs? The satyrs hear that and they're backing up a little bit away from Frost.
You could try intimidating them with one of
Well,
your weapons.
they backed up then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So all the students are just like
okay. You see
backing away from.
that horse takes off the
You-
mask. They both sort of like stop their charade and draw one curved blade each, and they.
I'll start making my way up to the front of the students.
You're putting the students between you and the satyrs.
I'm putting myself between myself and the students and
The satyrs. Okay.
yeah, or at least everybody that's.
You see that they're joined by Noon, who is no longer affected by infestation. who's also drawn a curved blade. Kite and Waters are coming up the path with Antonio. Have also seen their seeing the other satyrs having their weapons drawn. They are also drawing their weapons, and Antonio is like just running with with his one hand outstretched, saying, "Wait, don't fight."
Oh yeah, 'cause we can't murder people.
Like, we can't... Wait, they can't hurt us.
Yeah. Unless they're willing.
Unless they're willing to invoke the wrath of us too.
Well, I'll gouge your eyes out if you try to leave here without us.
Then
And
we-
you'll have something to remember us by.
Okay, can I cast Thunder Wave?
Yes, you can.
And I would like to cast it using a second spell slot.
Second level spell slot. Hell
Okay.
yes. Okay. So
So-
it's a saving throw. Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
Hell yes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll for the savers. Ooh, I rolled an 8. So I failed. What does it do?
It takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 2d8.
That's 10.
8.
Ooh. And what's the? It's 2. You roll 2d8s.
Damn it. 3.
Okay. You. What does it look like as you unleash the thunderclap, the power of nature that you hold inside of you?
Like a warping of the air and then like a big sonic boom.
Okay, cool. They are pushed back, all of them, knocked on their butts in a way that is almost comical for 3 of the satyrs. Antonio is also hit and falls back. In the middle of all of this, you can't really place it, but you hear something as someone is just moving down the hill. There's the sound of someone like getting their feet stuck in a root and then being pulled backwards by the weight of their fall, and you hear something snap. What do your characters do?
Fuck. Girl, what did you do?
I got them away from us. Did anybody die?
As they're all getting up, you see. Can you roll a d6 for me, please? Just one. I just need Haley to
I rolled a
roll.
6.
You rolled a 6. They get up, and you hear some of the satyrs checking on one another and saying, "What the hell? They attacked us. We got every right to defend ourselves." And one of them says, "Light's not moving." And as the satyrs converge on the unmoving shape of their friend, we're gonna take a break.
Hey,